Chicken, broccoli, and cheese are all ingredients that go well together, and when you wrap them all up in crescent dough, it becomes a dish that's truly impossible to resist. Recipe developer and private practice registered dietitian Kristen Carli has done just that with her chicken broccoli braid recipe, which is incredibly simple to make and has lots of flavor. Rockstar Games has provided a few new details on the upcoming GTA Trilogy Definitive Edition, which will boast GTA 5-style controls and targeting among other features. In addition, utilizing a control scheme similar to Grand Theft Auto 5, the game will feature high-resolution textures, increased draw distance, new lighting effects, and additional environmental effects. Whether you want to use up some leftover chicken, or you'd like to try out a new appetizer recipe, this chicken broccoli braid will quickly become a go-to in your household. This makes for a great appetizer for every party, Carli says of this dish, adding that she also thinks it's fairly easy to make, so you won't have to spend hours in the kitchen. This recipe only requires a few ingredients and less than an hour of time. It really doesn't get much easier than that. Plus, this recipe yields 8 servings, striking a perfect balance between simplicity and efficiency. So, grab your leftover chicken, some broccoli, and some cheese, and whip up this chicken broccoli braid to impress at your next dinner party. Gather the ingredients for this chicken broccoli braid before you can start constructing and cooking your chicken broccoli braid. You'll want to make sure that you have the right ingredients on hand. From the sound of things, the GTA Trilogy will be more than just a quick spit and polish job. The blurb describes Grand Theft Auto 3, Grand Theft Auto Vice City, and Grand Theft Auto San Andreas will feature across-the-board enhancements. In addition, those of you who purchase GTA Trilogy Definitive Edition from the Rockstar Store or Rockstar Games launcher by January 5, 2022 will receive $10 off your next purchase via the store or launcher. Related content: Sony PS5 Complete Guide. A total resource on PlayStation 5. The GTA Trilogy Definitive Edition is scheduled for release on PS5, PS4, PC, Nintendo Switch, Xbox Series X, and Xbox One in 2021. However, reports have claimed that the PS5 and Xbox Series X versions won't be released until early 2022, while the PS4 and Xbox One editions will arrive physically in December. Fortunately, this recipe only calls for 5 simple ingredients, and some of them are likely already sitting in your fridge. Earlier this week, the list of achievements for the GTA Trilogy also leaked, so have a look here if you don't mind any spoilers. Rockstar Games has now pulled the PS2 versions of GTA 3, Vice City, and San Andreas from the PS Store as previously promised. Source: GTA Forums. For starters, you'll need some shredded chicken, a head of broccoli that's cut up into florets, and some shredded cheddar cheese. To make the braid part, you'll need 2 cans of crescent dough, as well as a beaten egg to wash over the dough to make it golden and crispy. Then, you're ready to begin. Mix the chicken, broccoli, and cheese filling. Once you have your ingredients all set, you can begin preparing the chicken broccoli braid. First, preheat your oven to 375 F so it's ready to go once you have the braid assembled and ready for baking. Also, prep a large baking sheet by spraying it with non-stick cooking spray. Now, grab a large bowl, and add in the shredded chicken, broccoli florets, and shredded cheese, which will come together to form the braid's filling. Give these ingredients a thorough stir, and then set the bowl aside. Assemble the braid. After you've finished mixing the filling, you can start to construct the braid itself. Grab your 2 cans of crescent dough, pop them open, and then place the 2 sheets beside each other on the baking sheet. Pour all of the chicken, broccoli, and cheese mixture down the middle of the dough, and then separate the 2 outer strips of dough and cross them over one another, forming a braid-like pattern. The braid can be rather messy and challenging, but it does not need to be perfect, Carli reminds us. Finally, tuck the ends of the dough under, forming a uniform shape as seen in the image. Then, beat 1 egg, and brush the wash over the entirety of the dough. Bake your chicken broccoli braid, and then serve. Now that you've assembled the chicken broccoli braid, you're ready to bake it. Pop the dish in the oven, and allow it to bake for 18 minutes. You'll know it's ready when the crust is golden brown and the cheese is nice and melty. From there, you're ready to cut into the braid, serve, and enjoy. I love this with pepperoni pizza and Caesar salad, Carli notes.
Whether you want to enjoy this braid as a side dish or as an appetizer, there's no doubt that the cheesy goodness will please even the pickiest of eaters. 2 cups shredded chicken, 1 head broccoli, cut into florets, 1 cup shredded cheddar cheese, 2 packages refrigerated crescent dough, 1 egg. Beat and preheat oven to 375 F. Spray a large baking sheet with non-stick cooking spray. In a large bowl, add the shredded chicken, broccoli florets, and shredded cheddar cheese. Stir to combine. Unroll the crescent dough, and place 2 sheets next to each other. Pour the chicken mixture down the center of the dough. Separate the 2 outer strips of the dough, and use to cross over, making a braid. Carefully tuck the ends under. Brush the dough with the egg wash. Bake for 18 minutes. Serve, and enjoy.